Hey guys, and welcome to your March new moon reading with Red Earth Goddess. I will be doing this reading with my Cartomancy Divination deck. I have been getting some feedback from people on where they can purchase their own, and you can do so by visiting redearthgoddess.com. So, this month I feel as though with the new moon on the 8th, again, it's on a number 8, infinity sign, infinity, and beyond, that which we have lived through many centuries ago, or that which is within our ancestral lineage, looks like is returning to us. So let us, why not have us be better than our ancestors were? Why not us learn from their mistakes, learn from within their attributes and everything that which they've accumulated? Why not bring that forth and do better than yesterday? Okay. So again, with there's an eclipse coming up this month, and with the whole new moon, I feel as though people are going to feel like a pull and tug in each direction. But just know that each direction is very much correct for you, and the directions that it's basically taking you is on the same line, but it's just going back and forth, swaying you back and forth from the past and the present and future. So if you feel, because everybody has their own level of understanding and experiences and where they should be going, what they should be experiencing, and things of that nature, there's no mistakes. If you feel you need to go backwards to undo something or to relive something, then that will help you out within the next 2 years, 6 months. If you go through an obstacle or some form of setback, then you'll know what to do in the meantime. But for those of you who are waiting to receive the blessings and everything that which you have worked really hard for, that also includes the people that have to go backwards. This is your time right now. Spring is on its way, and just kind of go back and take a deep breath and really stay present in the moment. Okay. So I have a little bit of changes here with the background. I have some things shifting out of my environment. I was planning on moving this month to a different location. I was going to rent out an apartment, a 1-bedroom plus den apartment, and I was planning on doing, my readings and stuff there. However, something happened, and I ended up getting another part-time type of work that is just around the corner. I could literally walk there, and I really like what they have to offer me and what I have to offer them. They're all about diversity. They have the ethics and the morals, that which I stand with. So for me, in the long run, that will allow me to prosper, that will allow the company to prosper, and that will allow me to continue to give you the readings that you deserve, give you the readings that you're paying for, allows me to be who I am and to bring to you what it is that I have to offer you. So I'm shifting some things out. So I'm getting rid of a lot of dressers and things of that nature today. So I'm going to be shifting some things around, and I will be, if you notice, it is the same picture. Unfortunately, because of the way I have everything set up here, you can't really see the photo very well. The artwork, because of this whole thing right here, I do have a crystal quartz here to amplify the energies. However, eventually, when the dresser's out and things of that nature, and I shift things around, I will be placing it on the red wall. So that will allow some more of that red energy, root energy. Another thing that I'd like to say is, I realized, since I'm not going to be moving out, what I'm going to be doing is just saving up, and those apartments that I said that are opening up are being built or will be built in the next coming years on Davis Drive in the town that I live, which the rental video that I sent out to the government and stuff, that which they have accepted and they did the signature approving. I think what I'll be doing is I'll be purchasing my own condo, so that will be working well, and it won't be happening now, it'll be happening in the next few years or so. So that gives me that stability there and allows me to keep going with what I have to offer you. Now, on top of that, because this is a new moon reading, I feel I should be sharing with you some information. Mid-spring, I would say mid-spring to the summer this year, 2016, I will be doing my readings, not all of them, but I will be doing some readings at the Lion's Gate, okay? So the Lion's Gate to me is this place a little bit more north, up north as to where I live. There's Lake Simcoe there. There's beautiful, it's like a Lion's Gate. There's a huge lion. There's a tower. It's like a resort. It's basically a resort. So this resort was where my father, he used to go there, and he used to say to me, when you grow up, when I was really young, he used to say, when we grow up, we're going to do business here. So for the sake of my father and that of my Hittite ancestry, my Hittite ancestry had the Lion's Gate, and it looks like everything is just unfolding the way it's supposed to be unfolding, okay? So I will be doing them there. So I'll be doing readings, cartomancy readings. I will be doing intuitive guidance readings without any cartomancies, without any crystals. I will be doing them literally on the lake. I will be doing them in the garden. There's a garden there. I will be doing them in front of the lion. I will be doing them in the rooms, and in the lounges. I will be doing them wherever. And I may or may not be doing rituals where I plant intentions and things of that nature into the nature. And you can see the way I work with the environment and healing my own and to manifest things to me, because I know I mention regularly that I plant crystals and I plant intentions like I do in north, south, east, west around trees and plants, and then I allow it to come to me. So I may or may not be doing that depending on what unfolds. However, I'm a shaman. Some people consider shamans to be actually different than witches. I'm not a witch. I don't consider myself to be a witch. I consider myself to be a shaman. And again, like I said, some people consider witches and shamans to be the same, and some people don't. I see it as witchcraft is just, but I see my shamanism, and for me, it involves my ethnic background and the way my ancestors worked with their DNA work. And I work a lot with my DNA. I work with my ancestral lineage, and I work with that. So there are some differences, okay? So because I talk a lot, let's get this reading started. We've already gotten in 8 minutes, okay? So I'm going to be shuffling this deck. Again, I will be doing some retreats there I call it the Lion's Gate. It's not called the Lion's Gate. That's what I call it. You will be seeing me there doing the readings and stuff. So I'm going to pick out some cards, okay? I'm not looking. Oh, beautiful. Oh, marvelous. I'm not even looking because, I can't see. If you look, I can't really. Okay, that one just popped out. Okay, so there we go. The first card that popped out. Let's get this started here. Oops. Okay, my phone's in the way. We're gonna. Whoopsie. Oh gosh, it's too good. Okay. So the first card that popped out. Here is a beautiful, beautiful card, isn't it now? It feels as though to me this card always loves to pop out every single time I stay in the present and I speak my truth. For me, staying in my integrity is so huge. People will regularly question you in your path. People will label me, for example, they see me as an expressive female with a strong voice, a powerful voice. I have tattoos. they consider me to have a pretty face. So that can mean anything to anybody. People will assume, people will judge. And I can't blame them because that's how humanity is. And then when I share them, my life experiences or something of that nature, I will be labeled as, or if I talk about Red Earth Goddess, me, staying in my integrity with my business, they'll think, okay, women empowerment. Okay, she's a feminist. Is she a sexist? And then people will, they'll question and they'll judge. But again, like I said, I stay in my integrity if someone questions me and when they question me, because people will always question you. People will question you in your relationships, your projects, your workforce. They will always question who you are, what you have to offer, and how you are going about your work. And that comes with your work. So staying in your integrity is a very important thing, because nobody will quite understand sometimes everything, but when you stay in that integrity, you show much of what it is that you have to offer. Now, I am not a sexist, I am not a feminist. What I do is I believe in empowering people as a whole. Men, women, and children. It doesn't mean I'm strictly aiming for women who have been divorced, women who do not have any men around. No. But they are involved in it. Okay? So with this card, I feel like this is a huge accumulation for things that I myself have worked on in the past that are coming forth. And that can be that just a better understanding of even who I am and what it is that I have to offer. And it could be possibly that I myself am mirroring that to other people, or that other people are mirroring that to me. And it could be that that's where you yourself are in life right now, okay? You have to understand that all of us are each other's mirrors, okay? And what I mean by that is we see something about another person that we each have within ourselves, and that allows us to prosper in our projects, in our brotherhood, our sisterhood, our communities, our business, our workforce, our relationships. But whether you're on this path with me, whether you're doing this alone, whether you're just somebody watching for entertainment reasons, or whether you're somebody who purchased readings from me, or you have your own brotherhood, whatever it is that you have to offer the world, it is divinely protected, and it is something that which you yourself are being called to do right now. And the world needs what it is that you have to offer, okay? Do you see all the angels, the protective white background, the white and the gold? White is purity, it's innocence, it's divine love. Divine love, divine protection. Motherhood is involved here, okay? Motherhood protecting. It could be the goddess protecting your path, whether you're male or female. It could be you protecting your children's path. Even mothers themselves, they need to be protected. They need to feel loved because they give so much love and nurturance to other people. So I just want you to know that whatever it is that you're doing in your path right now, it's very much protected, and the world very much needs it. Whether you're doing it alone, whether you have your own group, okay? So that is a very beautiful card. We'll show it up close. Okay. And 9, there's a lot of love, okay? And 9 is a completion of something. And then we've got the King here. I feel like there's people on my channel, men in particular, that feel like they are internally their kings and they deserve to live a life of a king. And you know what? You deserve to live the life of a king. And that doesn't necessarily mean you gotta be, demanding people to give in to you, or rule your own 10,000 square feet lot, or rule in the government. Feeling like a king internally it reflects outwards on how people portray you, how people treat you. I myself, I'm a queen, okay? Look at this. I'm a queen. And I demand respect, okay? And for me to receive respect, because I give respect, for me to receive respect, I will put you up on a pedestal, I will put you up, and I will give you so much that the world, other people cannot offer you, because that is a huge thing for me. Okay? And for other people, they don't have to be like me, and I don't have to be like other people. Diversity is a good thing. But men who are watching this video, if you feel you want to be a king and you feel that you are internally a king, but your external circumstances are not aligning, you got to understand that everything starts from you. Everything starts within you, and then it reflects outwards. So you got to, and when I say demand respect, it's more of, I don't go preaching, I don't go yelling at other people, I expect you to respect me. It's more of, it's a demeanor, it's the way I walk, it's the way I talk, it's the way I respect myself. I respect myself enough to know that I deserve respect. Whether it's from friends, whether it's from family, whether it's from workforce, people that I work with, my clients. I give respect and I accept respect. Do you get what I mean? If this makes any sense. Sometimes in these readings I'll bring myself forth because I will use myself as an example to give you an understanding. Again, like this card, do you see the motherly love? There's a lot of white and gold energies around her head. So, and there's children here. And that doesn't necessarily mean you yourself have to have children. It means that, when you go back to your childhood and you put in that creativity, it feeds your projects. When you go back to your childhood and you feed the wounds that have been resurfacing, or that which your parents couldn't give you, whether it's, playing video games, having some toys that you wanted, being able to eat that chocolate bar that your parents didn't let you. And I know these are funny examples, but it's just an example. Staying up late at night and watching your favorite TV shows. Not having a parent around, not having a father around, not having a mother or sister around, and that was taken from you. This is your time right now to put in what you did not receive when you were a child. So it could be that when I said earlier in the video, I said some of you are going to be going backwards, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine, because in the next few months or next few years, you may face an obstacle that when you do face it, you'll be able to face it head on and not have a problem with it, okay? So that is a very important thing, to regularly go back to your childhood. I myself regularly go back to my childhood to put in more nurturance, more love, support, creativity, more color into my life. You gotta put it in. You gotta. And we have a lot of kings here. I have literally 3 kings in this reading. No queens. And then we have 9, and we have a 6. So look at that. Then we got the King of Spades. Okay, so in this card, I always say there's a king here, and he's offering his crown, his power to this woman, and he's traveling the distance. Okay, so there's some of you who are in religious groups. Nothing wrong with that. That African lady that came to my home, she's not religious, but she's a devotee to Jesus Christ. And she's part of a church gathering. She goes twice a week. She feeds the poor, she feeds the sick, and I respect her highly. She has a similar, I want to say opinion, but outlook on the Bible. And the way she views it is very much like me, and she even herself says the Bible was written by inspired men. Okay? Key phrase, written by inspired men. I'm going to leave it at that. So you have to understand, for those men who preach, whether they're in a church, whether they preach on the street, or if they're just, speaking the word. And this goes out to females too, who do this on their own, and they don't have men around, or, you have to understand that there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, okay? Kudos, keep going. Like I said, it's very much protected, your path. This is something that you've been called to do. Go ahead, move forward. But I feel that you have to understand there is a male and a female here. And although this is a king, a king cannot be a good king without his queen. Okay? A queen cannot be a good queen without her king. And this message may not be towards everyone. Okay, there's some people, they don't need other people. They don't need a male. They don't need a man. They don't need a woman. That's fine. But this message is directly towards those who preach the word to the point where they're exhausted because they're not receiving feminine nurturance, or women, they're just tired because they're taking on the role of male and female. They're working like men and they're doing things like men, but it's taking a toll on their body. And even in, whether it's any Bible, okay, and the future, if you want the future, if you are enlightening people about this world on what's taking place, and you're planning on having children, and even if you're not planning on having children and you just want to enlighten other people who are planning on having children, a man cannot give birth to children, and a woman cannot give birth and start a family without a man. So this is time for you guys to really integrate, if I said it correct, integrate the male and masculine forms. Now, this is not easy. It's not an easy thing to balance a man into your life, a woman into your life, especially if you're coming from different backgrounds and different opinions. But there are some of you who are trying to integrate this. And everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own way of viewing things. But let me tell you something. If you fall in love with someone, it's going to happen. It's going to happen on your own. You don't plan to fall in love with someone. It doesn't work that way. You don't plan it. That's not love. If it hits you like that, it's an unconditional thing, you know. It's not a sexual thing. It's an unconditional thing. And it's not even a thing. It's just this thing. It's an abundant, I can go on forever. But there is that which, when a man is man enough to take off his crown and to respect his woman and know that this woman is a good enough woman to take care of herself and to nurture his man, and that he gives back to her that which she is giving to him in a different way, then your projects and your path and your movement, or whatever it is you're preaching, your church, your group, prospers even more. But with that, you have to understand that if another man in your group, if another man or brotherhood tries to step in and judge your path, you have to be man enough to not let it happen. Okay? Sometimes people fall in love that have different opinions. Like a man, he can be a Christian and he ends up falling in love with a woman who is not religious and she has a different path, but she's a good person. She takes care of him good. Do you get what I mean? So, what is, a man defends his woman, he protects her, and a woman shows him respect and nurturance and love. And look, respect is mutual, like I said, okay? Respect is mutual. And a man will over-exhaust himself with that female giving him that motherly, support, that love. And a female she will collapse. A female will have a heart attack at the age of 40 if she does not have a man to do physical labor, change the wheel, build up, fix something in the house. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, and I ain't going to lie, okay? There's a reason people are always like, oh my God, Talara, why don't you ever get into a relationship? You're so good looking. All these guys want to be with you. I don't care. I've never cared. That doesn't mean I'm a lesbian. That doesn't mean I don't like men. Quite the contrary, I'm very attracted to the masculine force. I'm going to tell you that right now. I am very attracted to the masculine force, despite everything I've been through and still regularly go through. However, not many men are actually men, okay? There's a lot of cowards now, and I can't blame them, because this society has taught men to be less, they don't know how to fight for what they believe in. And their actions do not align with their words. They expect women to be men now. They expect women to pay for things now. They expect women to buy them a condo now. They expect women to do. What's the point of a man then to be in a woman's life if that's the case? For what? So there's men, that expect, like, who are still old-fashioned. They say, well, you know what? A woman's role is not to. A woman should be cooking. We need old-fashioned women where she's cooking and she's doing this and she's doing that and she's taking care of me and she doesn't have other men. She doesn't have friends that they don't go out Friday, Saturday night drinking. And you know what? I completely agree with you. I do. I agree with you. I believe, I'm a Taurus, I like cooking, okay? I need food in my belly. I like to eat. And I like to eat with my man. However, if I'm going to be home and I'm going to be cooking and I'm going to be cleaning and I'm going to be taking care of my man and his kids, then I deserve mutual respect and I deserve a handyman and I deserve a man who's not afraid of being a man, who's going to protect me. I don't have to ask him to protect me. He's going to have to protect me. He's not going to allow his friends to get in the way. He's not going to allow his family to get in the way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Nowadays, you can hire anyone to do a job, okay? But at the end of the day, that's not a man to me. And that's why I stay single, okay? A lot of people are asking me these questions. Talar, why? Talar, why? I don't feel like there's no connection there. Anyways, let's just not talk about me. So then we got the Six of Diamonds. And look, like I said, there's a lot of protection here. This is a path for so many people. I feel like in March, this new moon it's a new phase for a lot of people that are integrating with their path. Like I said, okay? They're coming to more conclusions as what their path is all about. And you have protection. That's funny because it's a 69. I have to give some humor, guys, okay? So, yeah, and there's a lot of angels, and look, if you pay attention here, because this card came out after this one, he's taking off his crown, right? And he's passing it to his woman out of respect. And it's not that he's giving her his power in terms of like, okay, now you take control of me, you take control of my path. It's more of a respect thing. He's going down on his knees and she's touching her heart like she's touched. He's a man. He's left for me. He's come to me to give me this respect. Because he knows I'm the queen, And he's ticking that off. And then over here, because now she's realized how much of a queen she is, the angels are giving her the crown. Okay? So there's some baby cherubs protecting you right now. There's some angels protecting you in your path right now. And with that integration and that mutual respect of a man and a woman, here comes the King of Hearts. And the King of Hearts is a very understanding, a very intuitive, very loving, compassionate man. Someone who has Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio within his, I don't usually get into the astrological thing right now, but the reason why I'm actually bringing this in is it doesn't have to be an actual person who has Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but I'm going to say the Pisces, because right now we're in the Piscean era, the astrological alignment of Pisces. It's March the 8th, so we're in Pisces right now. Okay? So, like I said, this is a marriage, and this marriage can be partnerships, marriage, actually, business and that stuff. But this involves, your path and things, okay? So, there's some good cards here. Look at this. Like I said, they came together, and now they're together. Hold on. See that? Started off this way though, okay? So, there's there's some good stuff, okay? There's some really good stuff, and it ends with this card, okay? And I feel that for those of you who are in these paths, if you're into religion, if you're into the old ways, if you're in a movement, males and females, you need each other's support. Unless you're in a male support group, just male empowerment, or you're in a women's only empowerment. So I'm trying to, bring in as much as how this works with as much people, but there's specifically certain people that I'm picking up on that I'm trying to say is respect your woman, respect your man, because it shows in your work. Okay, it shows in your work. So that's it, guys. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, lots of crystal love. Isn't this fantastic? I wish you a happy new moon. I will not be doing an eclipse video. I've pretty much integrated some information with that. I'm going to be busy rearranging some things around here, like I said, and there's going to be new changes for me myself. And until mid-spring, you will be seeing me at the Lions Gate. Okay, so have a happy new moon.